Shalom Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. Now, I'm going to do this short video, you know, basically to test the minds of you Jakes out there. And the video is going to be entitled, which is a question, what's wrong with this picture? You know, the title of this video on World Star is an 11-year-old girl is reportedly being forced to marry her 22-year-old cousin in rural Iran. And my question is, what's wrong with this picture? And, you know, I'm sure you brothers in the know already know the answer to this question. And I'm just going to give a few scriptures and, you know, and you can judge it from there. My first scripture is 1 Corinthians. Matter of fact, what I think I'm going to do with this is, I think I will put this to the side like this. There we go. Put this to this side right here, while I put this to this side here. And the first scripture I got is 1 Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think that he behave himself uncomely towards his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not, let them marry. That should answer the question right there. You know, what's wrong with this picture? That should, right there should be the end of the video. However, I gotta prove some things as far as flower goes. Let's see, flower, towards this version, you see, flower of her age, hyperchomos.
Strong's G 5230. Huperakmas. Huperakmas.
Which is basically beyond the bloom or prime of life, overripe, plump, basically the prime of her life of a virgin. So, what's the prime of a woman's life? I can tell you the answer is not 18 years old. I can tell you that right now. That's not the answer. So for this, we go to Leviticus 15 and start at, let's see, and start at 24. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. So, we're going to go to flowers here. Flowers, if any man lie with her. Flowers, nidah.
Strong's H 5079. Nida. Nida.
Okay, nidah. Impurity, filthiness, menstruous, set apart. That's it. Menstruous. Of menstruous. So the flower of a woman's age, her flowers is her menstrual. When a woman becomes a woman, when a girl becomes a woman, it's after she has her menstruous. Now, of course, I don't know when this girl had her menstruous or whatever, but it says 11 years old, you know. So I just take that as she had her menstruous, because that's around the age where a girl usually have her first menstruous. So that's when this girl turns into a woman. And then, of course, to further prove that point, the same word, menstruous, separation, let's go to, keep going, Lamentations 1:17. Zion spreadeth forth her hands, and there is none to comfort her. Yahweh hath commanded concerning Jacob that his adversaries should be round about him. Jerusalem is as a menstruous woman among them. So the same word is here for this phrase, menstruous woman. Again in Ezekiel 18:6, menstruous woman. You know, neither hath come near a menstruous woman, and hath not eaten upon the mountain, neither hath lifted up the eyes to idols of the house of Israel, neither hath defiled his neighbor's wife, neither hath come near a menstruous woman. Same word, nidah, for menstruous. It's letting you know the flower of a woman is her menstruous. So that's when she becomes a woman. A girl becomes a woman when she has her menstruous. Let me see. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter, I believe it is 7. Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 24. Matter of fact, I started 23. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow their neck from their youth. Hast thou daughters, have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. In other words, let's look at this picture again. This 11-year-old girl that's marrying her so-called cousin, which there's nothing wrong because he's not her close kin. Because that's also in the Bible in Leviticus. So this 11-year-old girl is not marrying another 11-year-old boy. He's not marrying a 15-year-old boy, but a 22-year-old man. So let's read this scripture again. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Now, of course, a man of understanding is really a man of the Lord, a man that understands the scriptures. But let's go a little further with this. A man of understanding. He's a man. He's probably more established than any boy that's in their country. So would this be a man of understanding of their country? Of course. He's going to take care of his wife. And of course, when you read down here, in the captions down here, it was taken in an impoverished area in rural Iran, when marriages between child brides and adult men are reportedly common. And she's not a child. She had her menstruation. She's not a child. She's a woman, according to the Bible. In the video of Mullah says the groom will pay the traditional muar or dowry for the bride's hand, 14 gold coins and 50 million tumans, the local currency equivalent to the total of 7,200 euros. In Iran, girls can marry at the age 13 with parental consent, but girls younger than that can be married with permission of a judge. Now, why? Because girls younger than that, if they haven't had their menstruation, which I think she probably have, but girls younger than that get the permission of a judge, and I'm pretty sure, if they still follow the laws and customs of the Bible, they would wait till she have her menstruation, and then that would be more like this would be more like an engagement. But if she already had her menstruation, guess what? She's a woman already. Okay? I don't care how she look. I don't care what her age is. She's a woman. She's considered a woman after her menstruation. Let's see. Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. The pillar of rest, I don't have to explain that. A help like unto himself, basically a servant. That's what a woman is. Woe man, servant of a man. That's what a woman is. Basically, the point here is basically to get your minds out of that American BS mind frame. So what's wrong with this picture? I'll answer your question. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with this picture. And this, of course, is another ploy for America to demonize this type of thing. But if you're demonizing this, guess what? You're demonizing the Bible. as I've just read all these scriptures, is because for those of you who have a problem with this, you have a problem with the Bible. Because this stuff is going to be going on in the kingdom. Yes, young women are going to be married to men. That is going to happen often. And yes, you women out there in general are actually going to be slaves back in your position, man. You're going to be servants to your husband. There's going to be no more Ameriskanks and sleeping around. There's going to be no more of that. No more adultery. And I can guarantee you, a woman of her age, she's not going to sleep around with other men. Because all she's going to know is her husband. That's one reason why it makes sense for a young woman to get married off to a man. So with that, hope you brothers was edified. Until next time, and say shalom.